everybody out there, and welcome back to Comic Frontline. I'm Chris, and you're here with me once again for another comic book review. And in this review, I'll be reviewing Trinity, issue number 8, Superman Reborn Aftermath. But before we get into Trinity issue number 8, I gotta give you guys two things. Number one, boom! Got some preview artwork going on this side of the screen. And then number two is the always aforementioned spoiler alert. I will be talking about stuff that's gone on in the book, so I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read it yet. And usually I like to give a brief overview of books before I get into the spoiler parts of this book. However, with Trinity issue 8, it's a bit harder, and I'll explain. This will be the non-spoiler part. I usually like to give some non-spoilers to see if you guys like the book. And then if you like what you hear without the spoilers, you can pause this video, put it in your watch later file, come back later. But the problem with Trinity issue 8 is a lot of it is what Superman's been doing in all of the Aftermath books. And what Superman's been doing is he's been going to every single member of the Super family and letting them know about what happened to him during Superman Reborn. That somebody messed with his life, split him into two, and because of that, you know, it's somebody bigger out there, and he needs his family to prepare and be ready, because at some point he thinks that something's going to go down, and he needs his family to be ready and by his side to fight against Mr. Oz and whoever else is working with him. And that's exactly what happens in this book, except it's Superman telling Batman and Wonder Woman. And there's also a mention of a dream, which you guys saw in the preview artwork already that was shown here. And that's the long and short of the non-spoiler version of this book. It's Superman telling Batman and Wonder Woman what he's told everyone in his family already. But because Batman and Wonder Woman are like his family, because Batman is his best friend and Wonder Woman is another one of his best friends, he's telling them to get them ready as well. And that's the long and short of it. That's without the spoilers. So if it sounds interesting, right here, take the video, pause it, put it in your watch later file, and come back later, because we got to get into this book because it was really good. So here come the spoilers. Now, as you guys saw from the preview artwork, we saw the New 52 Superman fighting the old DC Universe Superman. Well, that didn't really happen. That was all a dream that Superman keeps having over and over and over again. And as he puts it to Batman and Wonder Woman, it's a dream, but it feels like more than a dream, but it's a dream. And a lot of it has a lot of symbolism. I believe it's his internal struggle now, because old DC Universe Superman fused with new DC Universe Superman, and now both existences are fighting within the same person, because since the New 52 started, the New 52 Superman has been Superman. So he grew up and became Superman. And yes, he died, but at the same time, it's his life. The universe followed the New 52 Superman's life for the past 6 years. And now here comes the old DC Universe Superman basically taking it over. And that's what we see in this dream, is the New 52 Superman fighting the old DC Universe Superman, saying, this is my life. You can't take it away from me. I want my life back. And Superman's explaining that this feels like a struggle, and it feels more than just a dream, because he's literally fighting for his life or his consciousness. Because if the New 52 Superman wins, then obviously maybe he'll take over, he's afraid of. But anyway, the fight ends up always ending with Batman and Wonder Woman showing up. And this is why he's telling Batman and Wonder Woman what's going on and how they fit into this dream and explanation puzzle. And Batman and Wonder Woman are there to stop the fight between the two Supermen. And at first it doesn't work, then it does work, and they explain, Batman and Wonder Woman in this dream, that they both need each other. And that's where the multiverse opens up, or the multiple timelines open up, and we see Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman throughout time and space. And I wish I had a picture of this splash page to show you guys, because it was awesome. You had all the Supermen in there. Now, one picture, and I wish I could show it. I will on the Dark Avenger comic book review, so if you'd like to see that page, I'll make sure to remember to show that on that show. One page on the, I believe it's the left page, has the Superman in the red trunks, you know, the regular Superman suit, and then right next to him is the exact same Superman suit again, except the S is the electric blue Superman S. And I'm wondering if that was supposed to be the electric Superman, but they did not want to confirm or deny that happening yet, or if they just want to skip over that thought completely. So that was basically the exact same costume again, the classic costume, but just with the Superman blue S on it. I don't know why. I mean, maybe that was a choice by the artist, or maybe that was a choice by DC, or maybe that was a choice by the writer. Either way, as Superman is explaining this to Batman and Wonder Woman, he gets to the point with Batman, because Batman's like, it's just a dream, and now Superman's worried that they think he's absolutely insane. And then he kind of explains to them what happened during Superman Reborn, that somehow somebody was able to separate Superman into two to weaken him, and it took the fight with Mxyzptlk to bring them back together again, or Mxyzptlk. I don't know how to say his name. I've said Mxyzptlk since I was a kid, so I'm going to stick with Mxyzptlk. I'm apologizing now. I'm probably saying his name wrong, but 'tis the way it is. Anyway, he explains that fight, and he explains that there were two Supermen, and somehow this fight brought them back together, and now he's back to, himself, but now he's wondering if the manipulation was only towards him, why the person wanted to weaken Superman, and if this person has changed other things in the DC Universe. Now remember, the world no longer knows that there were two Supermen. As far as the world's concerned, Superman merged back into one, and that's it. There was always only one Superman, and that's how everybody feels. So there's no longer that, Batman not trusting this new Superman, because as far as Batman's concerned, this Superman is the only Superman, at least to my knowledge. I don't know where the line is drawn at this point, because Superman Reborn has done a good job of basically saying this has been Superman since forever. But at the same time, now Superman's telling Batman and Wonder Woman, and Batman's like, we can't go to the League with this. We need to keep this between the three of us for now until we can figure out what's going on and how we're going to deal with this. And he explains to them about Mr. Oz and everything. He's like, there's somebody who's manipulated my life, made me weaker. Now what if he's doing it to the world? And Batman's like, if he could take a godlike hero and make him weak, this person has the ability to be one of the most aforementioned villains, or quite possibly unbeatable towards the Justice League. So now Batman's kind of like formulating his own plan in his mind, and he's like, we don't tell anybody about this. Basically, he tells Superman to keep them in the information loop, and in the meantime, they're gonna just keep, looking for changes and possibilities and whatnot, and just not let it get in the way of the way things are going right now in the world until they figure out exactly what's going on, and then they could plan a form of attack, so to speak. And Wonder Woman, I like how Superman's worried that this will cause a division within the superheroes, if everybody knows, and that's what Batman is too. And they start all arguing, and then Wonder Woman stops them and says, look, it's already causing a rift between us. We need to stop fighting and thinking and start thinking. And that's where Batman's like, we can't tell anybody yet. We need to figure out what's going on, and then when we do, and we'll be there. I think that's what he said. I forgot how Batman put it. He's like, yeah, basically to control the situation, you have to control how much information everybody has. So the three of them having the information keeps the situation under wraps and in control. So the three of them are now, he brings Batman and Wonder Woman into the loop with his family, and now he's going to keep them there. And you see in the very last page that Oz is watching on. So Oz is like God. He can see anything and everything. So now Oz knows that Superman is reaching out to Wonder Woman and Batman. And I have a feeling that because of that, I'm wondering if before we get to this major event that's happening a year from next month, or no, a year from this June, I'm wondering if Oz might be a prequel event. Not a prequel, like, big event, but I'm wondering if Mr. Oz is going to make a move before we get into the big event that DC keeps talking about happening in summer 2018. I'm really curious if they might make a move with Mr. Oz at least, and that might lead into the events of the summer 2018. Who knows? But Oz is definitely watching Superman very, very closely. And we all know that Oz has already taken Tim off the field. We know he has other people that he's held prisoner. A lot of people are thinking that he has Bart and Cassie and Superboy as well, because we have not seen Connor, we have not seen Cassie, and we have not seen Tim. We know that he has Tim, and we have not seen the real Bart. We saw Bartor, whatever that guy, whoever that evil person was from the distant future that I hope to God we never even have to think about again. So this book is really good. I really enjoyed it, and if you've been reading all the Superman Reborn Aftermath books, this is definitely a must pick up. And I think this is a perfect jumping on point because I have a feeling that Mr. Oz is definitely going to play a role and a focal point at some point in Trinity, as well as all of the Superman books. So it's a good idea now to check it out. Great artwork. I love the symbolism in this dream that Superman had with the old DC Universe Superman fighting the new DC Universe Superman. Great artwork. Really nice variant as well. So if you want it for, if you're a cover buyer, maybe you'll want it for the variant of old DC Universe Superman versus new DC Universe Superman in and of itself. But really great book. I really loved Trinity this week. Definitely one of my top favorite books so far of the week. I still have more to read, but I've been loving where Superman Reborn Aftermath books are going. I'm loving where all of these Superman-related books are going. Definitely give Trinity a check out. And with that, that's it for this review, everybody. So, as always, if you're new to this channel, well, first of all, as always, we are Comic Frontline, your #1 source for comic-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. If you like what you saw here, hopefully you will click that sub button and notification bell. This way we're in your sub box and you don't miss out on a single video. We have videos coming up and out each and every day. We got 3 live shows each and every week. We've got Frontline Live, we've got Media Madness, and we've got Dark Avenger Live to end out the week. Every single week. We got more of the Dark Avenger comic book review show is also right now a live show format, which hopefully we will have it ready, and more than likely we will this coming Monday. So that's another Monday slot taken up. And if you want more Frontline goodness, go check out comicfrontline.com. Really got lots of stuff going on. Previews are up this week for July. Go check them out for Marvel and DC. Independent should be right behind them. We've got lots of articles going up, lots of other people on Frontline.com. Really great stuff on there. Now, I forgot this in the last video. Once again, I always forget it in the first video I do when I do reviews. But for this video and the Superwoman video, feel free to comment below your thoughts on Trinity issue number 8. Go over to Superwoman. Check out my review of Superwoman issue number, I think it was 8 as well. Let me know what you guys thought of that issue in the comments. Do you agree, disagree, what your likes are, what you didn't like? If you didn't not like anything and you liked it all, love to hear your opinions on this book and also on Superwoman. So definitely let us know in the comments below your thoughts on Trinity issue number 8. And until next time, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and I'll see you guys really soon in the next video.